Hi and welcome to another tutorial from Suzanne of Suzy Crafts. We're looking at a couple of the Tim Holtz products today, and the embossing folder on this card is from Creative Expressions and the little lodge is from Inkalicious. I may do a tutorial on this card in full if it's requested. Just put your comments below. So today I'm showing you my new purchase, which is my new glass mat. I am noticing a reflection in here, so I'm not sure if I'll use it all the time. But it's slightly larger than an A3, and it's got these guidelines, and these are printed on the back of the glass mat so they don't scratch off. They're 1 inch, 1/2 inch and 1/4 of an inch. It also comes with these disposable usable sheet, so you can peel off the back and stick that over the white glass area to the top right hand side of your mat. You can replace these, but they will stain with alcohol inks. If you didn't want to use that, you have this nice white area actually already on your mat. You've got some grid lines that splits it into squares, so you can be using your ink pads or your watercolours, and then you have a plain white piece at the bottom. Everything wipes off with a nice soft cloth, any marks, any ink, anything like that. I got these from Wilkinson's, and if not, good old baby wipes. So the good use of the grid lines is so we can line up our products, we can measure things, get things straight while we're working on them. And I'm also going to show you my Tim Holtz stamping platform today. Now I've been using this more and more. It comes with 2 very powerful magnets. Don't let children anywhere near these magnets, they are extremely powerful. When the plastic top is facing you and you can see the word clear at the bottom in the left hand, you put your clear stamps on. Now you can flip that up, turn it over, and the word clearly says rubber. This is for your rubber based stamps because it has a deeper edge. We have our guidelines along the bottom, which is slightly over the 8 inch. Now I'm going to flick this back over so that it reads clear in the bottom left hand side in red. I've zoomed out a bit today because I wanted to get the whole of my mat in. Now I went to Google on my computer and I've printed you off a grid, and I'm going to use this quite often. So it's just an inch guide grid, because people have been saying to me, so with the Tim Holtz stamping platform, how do you stamp off the edge of a card? Well, like this. You put your grid on, you put your piece of card on, and you line it up. So you don't butt it up against the ruler edge, top and bottom. You bring it off to the centre of your card. You place your stamp down where you would like it to be, and that is print side down. Flip over the top of your stamping platform. Your stamp sticks to the top of the stamping platform, and then we ink up our stamp. So I'm just tapping my ink all the way over, and then you press that down onto your cardstock. One good thing is, if you're not completely happy with a certain area, you haven't moved your piece of card, you haven't moved your stamp, so you can re-ink that piece of that area or the whole stamp again, and then print it down for a cleaner, crisper image, filling in all the detail. Now I just take one of these scrubbing pads and take off my excess ink. Now I'm going to show you lining up for a greeting. Now I find the greetings the hardest. They just don't print right sometimes. They're quite fine detail. Making sure that you can read what the greeting is going to say, because that's the way it's going to print down onto your cardstock. Now what I can do with the stamping platform is line up multiple greetings. So take off my last stamp, flip over the top of my stamping platform to stick those to the lid, and then I'm inking those up, tapping all the way across with my ink. And then taking that back down. So I've got my greeting, so I've got that greeting nicely lined up on my cardstock. One of my scrubbing pads again, just to take off that excess ink. Now I'm going to show you a card that I made up the other day. And it's how to position our stamp on the background, but having it see through a hole with our piece of cardstock that's going to go in front. So I've cut out my two pieces of card. The back one is 8 by 8, and the other one is a quarter under. And I've already embossed my front piece of cardstock and cut my hole where I want it to be, which is centre but slightly to the top. So I'm going to position where I want the final card to look, and then I'm going to lay my stamp on where I want my stamp to be. So then I can flip over my lid, stick my stamp. Now I'm not moving the background piece because that's already aligned with the ruler guides at the bottom, butted up against that. Inking my stamp up. This is a little lodge stamp, by the way, from Inkalicious. I really like this one, it's really nice. You can do lots and lots of things with this one. I think they do a smaller version as well. So I'm flipping it over, pressing that down. I'm going to re-ink and do the snow slightly there on the roof again. And as you can see, when I lay over my other piece that I'm going to stick to this, it's perfectly in the right place. Now you wouldn't be able to do that with an acrylic block without using lots and lots of attempts on this. So I find the stamping platform really, really useful. And once again, you just clean it over with a soft cloth. These are the microfiber cloths from Wilkinson's. If you attach a thin strip of tape right over your magnet and stick it at the top together, it gives you a little tab to pick these up. I'll show you exactly what I mean on that in another video. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our video today from Suzy Q Crafts. If you want to click the subscribe button, it will show you all our other videos on our channel. Thanks for watching and happy crafting.